Let's continue with our review of Encor topics. These are the topics that we have covered so far. Let's go for 4.1 Snmp. We're going to see some theory first, and then we are going to do a lab. We are breaking down the Snmp chapter in these sessions. We are going to see now what is Snmp. We are going to talk about what is the definition of Snmp, Snmp operations, Snmp managers, network management systems, and Snmp agents. Snmp stands for Simple Network Management Protocol. It is a protocol that has been around since 1988, so it had enough time in order to become universally adopted. Almost all network devices out there support Snmp, if not all of them. It is, however, one of many network management tools that we have at our disposal. It is not the only one. We need other tools to manage a network that will work alongside with Snmp. Now, given Snmp is an application layer protocol, it has to be really detailed as to what is the format of the messages that hosts are going to be exchanging and what is the order that these packets are going to be exchanged with. We can summarize most of the protocol with these Snmp operations. We have these available: get request, get next request, and get bulk request. These are read operations. We have set request, which is a write operation, and get response that was later renamed just as response, which is a reply. And we have a couple of alerts that can be traps and inform requests. Given it is an application layer protocol, it works above layer 4. It usually uses UDP as the transport. However, it is possible to use TCP, although it is not done very often. The ports that are used by Snmp are 161 for most of the Snmp operations and 162 for traps and informs. However, there are other ports defined for Snmp version 3 when we use TLS as a transport. These are not used very often, which are 10.161 and 10.162. We have been talking about Snmp hosts. The hosts that are involved in Snmp operations may be either managers or agents. So we have an example of a manager here. The manager is an Snmp software that is running in what we usually call a server, but most of the times managers run inside what we call network management systems, or NMS. Examples of what we have had with Cisco as NMS in the last decades are Cisco LMS or Cisco Works, Cisco Prime, and more recently DNA Center that changed its name to Catalyst Center. Just a note about network management systems: these servers are not going to be running only an Snmp manager. They are going to be running other services such as NetFlow, syslog, automation tools, and many others. Another important note here is that even though the manager is running in what we usually call or refer to as a server, a computer system that we usually call a server, in Snmp terms, the manager is actually an Snmp client. Final note regarding network management systems is that we usually have more than one in order to provide high availability. The other type of Snmp hosts are agents. An agent is an piece of Snmp software that is running inside a remote device. So every single remote device that we want to manage through Snmp is going to be running an agent. In Snmp terms, each of these agents are actually Snmp servers. So every single remote device that we want to manage through Snmp is actually a Snmp server. This is a summary of what we saw in this session. Snmp stands for Simple Network Management Protocol. It is not the only protocol that we are going to use to manage a network. There are other protocols out there that will work alongside with Snmp. It defines a message format and exchange protocol between hosts, but we can summarize most of the protocol with Snmp operations. There are two types of Snmp hosts. We have Snmp managers and SNMP agents. SNMP managers run at network management systems, and they are considered to be SNMP clients, whereas SNMP agents run at every single remote device. They are considered to be SNMP servers. Network management systems are servers that are going to be running several management protocols, not only SNMP.